Okay. I think we are live. Yeah. What's up, everybody?
Welcome.
Let's see here. And market's open in 3 minutes. Let's see. Making sure we are indeed live. Yep. All right. I see us here on the thingamajig. We're good to go. Oh, you disappeared on me, Toro. Did you lose connection? Are you there? We might have lost Uncle Toro here, guys. But oh, he's back. He's back. He like disconnected there for a second.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's that fucking thing.
We're gonna be switching softwares, guys, because we're having some problems. Uncle Toro, he's getting
Yeah.
up there in age. It's difficult for him to understand these things. So
Yeah, you and your bootleg softwares.
we're
It's fantastic.
hey man, if Turbo the AI tells me, bro, it's gold. It's good. We're ready.
Okay, we're back. All right, we got 1 minute.
All right. I hope
Looks like
this.
we're gapping down here.
Yeah, we are. But on the bright side, as we kind of mentioned a minute ago, AVAV is up almost a full percent. This is great. We need this to break over 152 because that's where we've been rejecting. So I am excited. I hope this trade ends today. I'm ready to get out of this thing. So I just need to hit some more numbers here. And
Do you ever have like a timeline, like if it doesn't work by XYZ?
not really. It's just the chart. Here we go. We're popping, guys. All right. Let's see. Let's check out the S&P. Market is open.
All right, 30% of my puts.
What? You swung some puts?
Yeah, I told you it was
Ah!
gonna gap down. You
Yeah,
don't
well,
listen to
yeah.
me.
I just didn't know if you actually swung puts. But nice job. Nice job. Did you use 1 day expiration or did you use?
Yeah.
Nice. That's you got so much. You got fucking. That's crazy, bro. It's so
All right.
nuts how you do that.
Well, we just tested our trend line there. See if it holds. Should bounce here. All right, let's do a quick scan of the market. Apple bounced, AMD, nice bounce there. Amazon selling off. Google's nothing. Meta
AVAV's
selling off.
153. We are
Oh my
153.
God. Let's check the chart,
Yeah!
baby. Ooh, look at that candle.
Go! What did I say? Oh, I said it. Gap and run, baby. Let's go. We are so close, bro. We are just another 4%, and we're getting out, dude. Look at that runner. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Come on now. Keep going.
You gotta let her breathe. You gotta let her breathe. Look. I'm gonna tell you something about AV. That this stock, when it bounces up and down, it'll jump like $1 or $2. So it'll literally gap up intraday, bro. Like
It's touching the gap. It's touching the gap.
we're gonna blow through. I got faith. Why? Because Bear Force 1 called it, baby. Come on, we're hitting. We are hitting. Holy crap, the volume is rolling in, dude. Let's go. Come on, keep pushing. Oh, what the fuck was that? What the hell was... Dude, I did not like that.
I just moved. What
It
happened?
just dropped like 1.5% in a single tick.
Yeah, right off the gap.
Oh, God.
Trying to hold the weekly.
God bless America.
Right. One thing, I don't trade the open this early. You got to
No.
give it a little time.
Yeah,
it's a little gambling happening right now.
Oh, Spy's hitting rejected right off one of my levels over here on 147.50. Real perfect. What?
Yep.
Okay. You think we? I don't know. Shoot. Let me check some stuff here. Let's bring up. Come on, AB. Get up there, you pussy. Oh! I just need this to be done, bro. I gotta get out of this, but I'm not gonna sell myself short, bro. I mean, dude, have you seen? Here, let me bring this up, bro. Look at where's my? Oops, that's. Look at I switched over to mine.
Yeah.
Look at USO, bro. Dude, this thing it peaked up at 134, bro. What a run. What a
What a
run.
run.
Dang, dude.
You were looking for what, 120?
125 was like my good target, yeah.
Right.
But when we had this right here, you know, it goes up violent, it can come down real violent. So I'm happy with what I took on this. I would have liked to get into the mid low 20s, like 22, 25, but it's okay. I actually did think this was gonna have a rejection and go back up, so I figured, we could recycle the trade and get out and get back in lower. But
Do you see that re-entry opportunity where breakout retest on your line? That's nice.
yeah, yeah. Are you talking about here? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It would have been. I wasn't watching it, to be honest. I get a little emotional on these trades. I get a little.
You're so invested.
Yeah, dude. I get a little like the trade. Once I get out, bro. I'm like, you know what? I don't even care anymore. I don't care. I'm not gonna look. And then I'll go and I look. And I'll be like, no! Why did I get out? You saw. Remember the day I kept texting you all night, bro? I was like, I abandoned the cause, bro. I deserve
Well,
this.
dude, I'm trying to tell you, man, you know these charts so well. There's opportunities to take profits and re-enter.
It just takes time for the setups, man. You know what I mean? I have to wait days for this stuff. So usually,
You got days. You ain't doing nothing.
well, yeah. I mean, not today. But, I mean, I want to. It's okay. We're in AV. I had been wanting to get back in AV. The alignment was perfect. It worked out with the next major swing low because this thing just moved. Look at this, bro. This thing moves and it's a huge like wave,
No.
And I caught this last one. Was it here? Yeah, it was here. I caught this one. I saw the same thing here that I was seeing here. This one was a little early, but I figured it was gonna. Every time it consolidates like this, it's been shooting up for the last few months, all year, really. This violent reversal here was on, I think it's an earnings beat, a really good earnings beat. The news surrounding this stock is like, besides that lawsuit, it's all great. So, like, you can't keep a good man down. You know what I mean?
Dude, to me, it's like the information you have on everything and that chart setup, it's almost like a long-term deal.
It
Like
could
you
be
could buy and hold this for a while.
that, dude. I'm thinking about it. I might hold a
Yeah.
small position, but you know what? I am addicted like you. I'm addicted to the trade, bro. I
Yeah,
like
for
to
sure.
get in. I like to get my money and then hold it and then look for something else. I'm very ADHD. And I think I learned that by trading with you guys over in the Discord all those years ago. It just kind of I want to get into a more active investor thing, but I like getting it set up and running with it.
I feel like learning through a Discord in that environment is probably the worst way to do it.
It was not great. I mean, it
No.
it definitely instilled some gambly, um, like I'm rooting for a fucking football team type shit,
Yeah.
um, But I did get to meet you, so there's some good stuff that came out of it. Um,
Oh, it was fun for sure.
we had some
But
good times. It was fun. This is pissing me off. I need some new candles to open up here. It's only been 7 minutes. Good God. I hope this is just a profit taking here, and let's see if we can get this thing run up a bit more. I don't know if you've ever.
hey,
Go ahead.
on SPY, real quick, I
Yep.
just
Let's switch it over
want
to
to
you.
say
Yep.
we really I like when you get a strong move to one direction, followed by an inside candle, which shows, consolidation. There's buyers and sellers going at it. If you can get a reversal to the other side, you can typically get a nice move. That's one of the setups that I've played over the years.
How are you still in your puts, your swings?
Oh no, I sold those at open.
Okay, you got 30 on
Some dumbass bought them and got wrecked.
them.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. Nice, nice. I just want to. I'm gonna tell him. I don't know if I've mentioned it. The story, like it was just a few weeks ago, a month ago, whatever it was, that we both shorted the market overnight, but we didn't. Neither of us mentioned it to each other. And I was on SQQQ, and you had bought a bunch of puts, which I didn't even know you ever swung puts. I didn't even know that was your thing, bro. And I remember,
It's not.
yeah, well, it was that day.
Yeah.
And I remember texting Uncle Toro. I remember going, like, boasting, oh yeah, because did the market tanked like what was it, 3%? Oh,
It was something crazy.
it was huge, and I did great on my trade for an overnight swing on a common share short, and I remember Toro just after I got done flaunting, he sends me a picture of this is before the market opened, of his 1 day expiration puts that he swung, and it was, and then when the market opened, the dude nailed like 350%, and it was like 7 grand or something, dude. Yeah, it really. Once again, I said this to you the other night, but I don't want you sharing your profits anywhere near me, bro. Just stay over there, okay? You're messing up my whole vibe here.
It's very rare when you get like I was pretty confident this was going to gap down, even though it had a bullish close chart wise, closed over my trend line. You could just feel if you're watching the price action. It's almost like they're holding the price.
Mhm.
And yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, that was a good one, man. I
It's
Yeah.
looking pretty strong here though. We'll see what happens.
You looking to potentially take? What's your next major level there? It's kind of hard to see on the OBS here.
So I think we both have that 740, 750. That's a big one.
Yeah.
It's not breaking that one.
Yep.
And then,
I mean, you
below
might have
that's
opportunity
a
right here
dollar.
on the 5, man.
No, I'm not fucking with this.
You know,
Oh, don't say that.
huh? Oh, that's fine. I think we can get away with a couple of them. I think.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. No,
I'm
I
working
don't.
on it.
I think because look on the other video, the one that we just did, I was dang, AV's dumping, dude. Oh gosh.
Here we
God,
go.
God, God. Remember
Trust
that?
the process.
Yeah. I mean, that's God. What is going on? You remember that Happy Gilmore thing that I always posted, bro? That's why.
Yeah.
Let me bring that up here, bro. Hang on. Put this thing on the. Where is it? Uh, that. Okay. Okay. My computer's just having a heart attack here. There we go. This right here. This is my This is me every time I'm watching one of my trades, bro. God! I'll put that there for good luck, bro.
Uh,
Oh.
yeah, I don't know what's happening. And so today we have earnings is what? Tesla and Google, I think.
I.
That's going to
Oh
be
yeah,
big.
yeah. You're right. I didn't even think about that.
Google's selling off and Tesla is kind of choppy. Tesla did fill the gap. Oh, that doesn't look good. SPY still holding. QQQ.
Hey, Tesla's got that downtrend there to break. Have you ever, man? I apply this volume profile thing here. I'll switch. Let me switch this real quick. This little thing is obviously it's not like it's just it shows you volume, like where the most amount of volume is concentrated into a set parameter of time. So this one I think goes back for the full vision of what I was looking at when I opened the thing. So it tells you like right here is where all the way back to It's set up a weird way right now, but you can set it like the last 50 days, the last 100 days, and then it shows you where the most buying concentration is in that. And a lot of times, this will end up like ebbs and flowing, just kind of like in that centerpiece of a channel. It'll roll right around it. It's in a weird setting right now that's not going to really apply to this, but it is. I love it, man. It's fun to look at once in a while.
So I don't use any indicators, but I guarantee if you took my price levels, put them at the largest volume areas, it would probably line up.
Probably, yeah. For if you set it back on the right days, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
because I mean that's all it is. It's just that's what support and resistance is essentially. Is where buying
Right.
and selling was concentrated at certain levels. Volume profile will just show you that over like a certain amount of time. You can do it on any number of days. It doesn't have to just be like a swing high or swing low. But it's a real good way to kind of see where the market's buying. You know what I really want is have you ever heard of Bookmap? I think we talked about this years ago. I don't know if you.
I've heard about it. I don't know what it is.
It's an order book visualized into here. You know what? Let me switch over to my internet here real quick. How do I do this? Trading view. Oh, here we go. Oh, why is it not working? This thing is kind of janky, bro. I'm just gonna say. Well, I'm gonna have to come back to that. Let me get this thing's.
Spy's trying to push here, see if it holds 747.50.
What opportunities are you looking for today to make an entry on either a long or a short?
So the way I've been doing things is I try to be unbiased, right? And I find what helps when doing that is waiting. Let structure set up so I know I'm trading in the direction of the market. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because even though we're pushing up higher here, we did gap down. So we had a bearish gap down. Now we're pushing back up. So you really don't know. I mean, yesterday we had a lot of buying. We're holding above the trend line. So overall, to me, it's looking bullish right now. But it's so hard to find a setup, especially in these first couple of candles. It's just up. Like you had it inside, but I don't want to go up, inside up. So I just wait.
Sounds like a smart. I think waiting is the hardest thing. One of the hardest things for traders in general. I know I suffer. I still suffer from this, especially with my new strategy of trades that take days. I get, dude, because I want to get in the action, bro. You be sending me all these like thousands of dollars you're making every day, and I'm over here like negative 800 because I'm still waiting on something to move up. So I get a little impatient. I have gotten way better at it. And the biggest thing you can do is just not sit in front of the screen and watch the market, like if we were not on a call right now, I'd be watching YouTube shorts on my couch, snuggle with my dog. I would be checking AV every like 5 minutes. I do that anyway. And I would just take a look at it and, maybe watch half a movie, pause it, take a look, zoom out, check the news. Text with you about SPY or whatever, and then because if I did this every day, I would want a place to trade, but I swear I have done the last couple times I've tried 0-day options. I did it. It was like I just did it to do it. I didn't even do it with like any structure or strategy involved. So I just kind of it takes a lot to admit that that's just not for me. You know what I mean? I think.
It shouldn't be for anybody, to be honest with you. Nobody
Yeah,
should
you
be
are
trading
you are a
zero
crackhead.
GTE.
I was
Yeah,
telling my guy the other day at work that the way you trade is I don't know if anyone that sees this part of this video, if you're like, I want to trade like Uncle Toro. Let me tell you something. All right. The odds of that happening are like, it is incredibly difficult to do what he does because it takes, if you can't stomach your account dropping $3 or $4 grand in 5 minutes, And if you know, if you can't do that, you can't do it. And if you think you can, try it with $100, bro. Try it with which you can't do anymore. There's no longer 0 day $100 spy contracts. They're like $1,000 now, aren't they? At open, they're crazy. The premiums are
Everything's
insane.
expensive.
It's insane. I remember when you could get all the spy contracts you wanted, like at open for like $50 a contract, and now that was 5 years ago. And spy, you have to have $1,500 to play. It's nuts.
Well, the thing we tell people about trading, I try and tell them, nobody wants to listen, but it's less about the setups and it's a mental game. And
Yep.
if you don't have complete control, you're going to lose all your money. Eh, And people want to say it's a setup. They try a setup, the setup doesn't work, so then they go find another one. And
Yeah.
then that one doesn't work, so they go find another one. It's not the setup. It's, you FOMO, you can't control your emotions. You get into something, you go crazy. And that's what needs to be conquered first before you even have a chance of being a profitable trader. Like, yeah, you're on here, you do your yelling, you go a little crazy, but it's always sound decisions.
Yeah.
There's always reasoning for what you're doing. Where a lot of these people just jump in stuff because they think they can just push a button and make money. 'Cause it's easy.
Yeah. I told, that guy, the guy I'm talking about, the dude who told me about the minute charts. Anyway, I told him, I told him before he got started getting into it, and I tell this to anyone that gets into trading. You can learn to read a chart in a week. It is not rocket science. It literally is finding the most points of contact. This is per Toro's words, and then finding where the concentration of these candles are interacting with this line. That is the price point where the market wants to gravitate, bounce, support and resist off of. It's not that hard. The hard part is being able to tell which one of these are significant over the other despite the touching points, and also being able to execute the trade with conviction off of those points. I very much struggle with the two, but you're right. If I personally was gave into my emotions, I would have sold this ABAB trade the second it hit
Dude, you
140.
see that bounce?
Nope, nope. What?
It
Sorry.
filled the gap and it's gone.
Oh, AV's running. We're at 140, 154.20. Bro, I'm gonna be rich today.
Dude, look at that setup. That is beautiful.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, can we put someone on blast?
Dude, blast.
I want to put someone on blast.
Let them have it.
On X, number one, nobody should be trading zero DTE. And nobody, I don't care if you're getting 5 weeks out, you should never be on a 1 minute chart. So I was on X and this guy popped up, Shen Lao at Shen Trades. And he's telling everybody to trade zero DTE on 1 minute charts. And the dude has a $1,400 account. It's just so wrong. They're feeding on people's FOMO, this idea that you can get rich quick. And these people, they're probably not even trading real money. They're a joke. He made a post where he had a red day, and that's the day I hit 5 grand. So I posted on there, this is how you trade zero DTE. And I got freaking banned. This dude's out here selling BS to these people, making money off of subscriptions. And it's just not right. I don't it's for some reason they allow people to do that, these predators who prey on the sheep, and people who want to teach like me, nobody cares.
No.
I post these charts where I showing people what I'm doing. They don't care. They would rather follow a non-profitable trader just because there's the idea that you could make a ton of money.
Despite you posting your gains too, but it'll pick on. It'll catch on. People don't know what to look for, man. That's all it is. It's your time's a coming. Your time's a coming.
Well, we've done this before, right? We've had a Discord. I try to teach people. I try to show them the right way. But once I'm sitting there saying, it's going to take a long time. You got made $20 today, walk away.
Yeah.
And then, they get mad. And I said, well, how much did you make last week? They're like, no, I lost money. So if you stop trading at 20 bucks right now, you're doing better than you did last week. But everyone wants to make millions right away.
Yeah.
That's the worst part of trading.
It's an easy trap, man. We've all been there too, though. Let's get real. I mean, it's easy to fall into that because I mean, I did shit when I met you guys. I came in there holding $10,000 in AMC stock. you know, hey, I made a bunch of money on it. I'm not gonna lie. It was great. That was probably the most fun I've ever
So
had
did all the
trading.
degenerates.
It was fun, dude. But I will say this: the only reason I got to keep that money was because when I came into y'all's Discord, I think it was you or he whose name will not be mentioned. It was one of you two that was like, dude, like you can join us. We'll show you, but you got to exit out of that crappy position. And I did that night. And then it did tank. And now it's at like, it was at like $75. Now it's at like $1.60 or something.
Yeah.
AMC is cooked. I mean, but the point is, I came in there thinking that trading was like the Wolf of Wall Street, that trading was like, boiler room where I was going to get in there and I was going to be sniffing rails off the counter and hookers. And I was like hitting these big trades. Oh, nah, not even close, bro.
Instead, you're in a Discord with a bunch of 12-year-olds.
Yeah, literally. I mean, it probably, it was, but I didn't know that, right? I'm not ready to tell them the story about the account thing. You know what I mean? We'll get to that. Okay, we're gonna get a little
plenty of time.
We're gonna get a little acquainted first, a little bit of trust. All right, a little discretion, but just future setup. There was some things that happened that I am one incredibly lucky on, but also incredibly embarrassed on too. So that's another thing for another time. But I mean, look, if you're a new guy and you're seeing this, if we end up clipping this and putting this on, if you are that gambling mentality, you are not the outlier, bro. I promise you are not the exception. I promise you. I know you're special and you did that one thing that one time that somebody else couldn't do. Dude, you ain't him. You ain't him. The only reason Unks is him right now is because he's been doing this shit for 6 years and he really puts in the time. He's an addict, man. He's a crackhead. Look at him. Look at this guy.
Look, anything I do in life, I do 120%.
Yeah.
So when I got into this, man, it was all in. And that's what people don't see. That's what they don't realize. The setups are one thing. All this stuff you can learn is one thing. But if you don't watch price action and if you're not in tuned with how this stuff works and happens, and you get that, intuition, you're not there. It's going to take years and years and years. Dude, I don't think I told you this, but my buddy, a really good buddy of mine, wants to get into trading. And I can't even bring myself I probably look like a bad friend because I'm so discouraging of it because it's just you're going to lose a ton of money. And if you're not willing to lose money and learn over years to make that, turn to where you're profitable, it's tough. And I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, honestly.
Dude, let's be real with them. For 99.9% of all of us, if we just put money in the S&P, you'll make way more than you will doing this trading stuff. The problem is you get addicted to the trade. You know what I mean? You get addicted to the charts. You get addicted to hitting the home runs or being just right. That's my thing. I'm addicted to. I like to get all nerdy, get a little dicey, get in there and then I love being right. I love doing the call out, but God bless doesn't hurt when you get hit. Yeah, just a little cap. AV ran up 155.30. All right, we might get there. We're gonna get there.
It's holding nicely.
Currently up about 800 on this. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Yeah. A little like 900, 950 since yesterday. We're good. Yeah, let's go. We're gonna
now,
push.
Do you worry about what the market's doing, or you just ride it out?
Like the overall market?
Yeah. So if the market turned here, started selling, you're locked in.
Defense they're nicely disconnected most of the time from the broad market. They can have completely different trajectories. Matter of fact, it can be a rotational sector too. You know, one thing can roll out of one to the other. So that
And
being
you're
said,
aware of that during the day, or
what do you mean? Like I'm at? Yeah, I don't even watch Spy. I don't even.
right?
Yeah, I don't even look at it. But for instance, Spy gapped down today. AVAV gapped up 1%. You know, I
Right.
mean, there's a lot of wheelie. Now, if obviously the whole market tanks, we're the Black Swan, we're all fucked. But okay.
Well, wouldn't it be good for you if things got worse? They'd be buying more drones, though.
Well, that yes, in the long term, yeah, in the long term for sure. Short term, people are too stupid.
Yeah.
But if we can get a nice, just give me one more push. Let me get one more. Come on, baby. Let me get up in there. Yeah, give me a push. If we can get up, man, I'm going for 160. Here, let me switch this real quick. There we go. I'm going for 160. We broke out of the 151. This thing had been holding us down. We rejected here a couple times. Was really worried about this level here, and we are skyrocketing out of that. Obviously, we might come back and get a retest. There is a gap in here I had to worry about.
It's in the gap.
It's in the gap now. Okay.
The volume is high.
Yeah. I this might, I think we got some opportunities here. I just want to see a good push. I'm not even obsessed with hitting 160 anymore. I just need 157.50, 158. Yeah.
Did you ever trade penny stocks?
No, but I actually wanted to. I
That's
wanted.
what this feels like. You're like waiting for that spike, just comes out of nowhere.
Well, I mean, yeah, but we're waiting for the spike, but it's also an educated guess on a better opportunity for that spike. You know what I mean? It's not. You don't just buy in anywhere. You kind of wait, and there's also it's more in my trading style. It's catalyst. It's like you mix everything together to make your setup instead of just playing off the levels. The levels are super important. The trade doesn't exist without a level. But if you know it's in the pipeline, you're waiting for that little bit of luck. You know what I mean? That little bit of, hey, I was right about this. It's coming in. I did it with the oil one most recently. That was, I didn't know that the Orange Man was gonna, do all that, but it was an educated guess, and it got a lot worse than what I was predicting. So let's get back over to your chart. But that's kind of
So
go ahead.
when I used to look at these penny stocks, what would happen is some guy would load up a position like months because you can't really, affect the volume too much or people catch on. So, and he'll have like this big Discord. So he'll load up this penny stock. It's like 5 cents, whatever, something stupid. And then he alerts it to all the sheep. So they all start buying like crazy, right? Because they don't do any research, they don't do anything. They just start buying. And then he's the one selling to all of his people. So then
Atlas.
it goes crazy and then it just knifes.
That's what, dude. That's the conspiracy for a lot of these online guys. You have a guy named is mentioning names gonna mess up? I don't know.
I already did. I hope not.
Oh well, his name's Ross Cameron. Warrior Trading. I think he might be the biggest day trader in the world. One of them. Now, I'll be fair. I have watched Ross Cameron quite a bit. I think he does show statements. I do think he's legit for the most part, but I think that legitimacy comes from he's got a million people watching him stream, and he buys into these low float, stocks that when he
Yeah.
buys 100 grand, it pops up, 1%, and then everyone else dials in, and then he unloads as it's going up. And that's what the whole market does. That's what everybody does. That's what the
Yeah, but
gov.
the thing is, he'll show you he bought 100 grand worth, but 2 weeks before that, he bought even more. You know what I mean? Like he's already in.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
mean
then he
that's
shows he buys, so everyone starts going in.
yeah, yeah. That's what
Everything
That's what
online is
Atlas
a
is.
scam,
That's
dude.
what Atlas is going for. That's their whole thing, man. Atlas was,
Yeah.
and they were like, oh, dude, they were so dumb. Atlas would taunt the government, like they would taunt the SEC, and from their private jets. It was so stupid. the level of arrogance they had just blew my mind. I am
And they would alert other people. Like they even went outside of their circle. They were so dumb.
yeah. Yeah, that didn't work out too well. I actually their case, last I checked, let's see here.
Just an update
Yep.
on SPY. There's just running. There's really nothing. There was one little entry on the retest at 747.50. Other than that, man, you just got to let it go.
Yeah, don't chase, guys. Don't chase. You will get smoked. Oh, another pop on AV.
The volume is coming.
Dude. Yeah. Oh, dude, we're so close. We're so close. Give me $2 more. I'll get out. Give me $2 more. Dude, come on, baby. Get it. I need it. I need it. Let's go.
So top of the gap is right there at 157.
Ah, dude, give me 157. I'll take 157. I'll take 157. I'm sick to death of this trade, bro. I'm so tired of this. I'm gonna set a market order, a limit order at 157. Yep.
So we'll get to 156.90.
You know what? I'm gonna put it at 156.90. Okay.
It's pushing. It's pushing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a nice chart too.
You talking about AV?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I almost don't want to do this. I feel like I'm gonna regret this, but I'm gonna do it. 157, 156.90.
Dude. Oh, I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
Dude, I think I'm gonna hit it. I just want. It's fine. It's fine. This is great. I don't know, dude. Maybe half might be good here.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, half might be a better trade here.
And to all our viewers, this is a look inside of the emotional side of trading.
Yes. Yes.
All right. SPY just hit the daily pivot to the upside.
Oh, we are pushing, dude. Go! Am I blowing out your eardrums, bro? Because I'm sorry. I don't give a shit.
No, you know what I know? It's like on my side, you cut out, but in the video, it's still there. I don't know.
Oh, dude, we're so close, bro. Dude, oh my God, we're so close, bro.
Everything is running.
Yeah.
SPY. QQQ is stalling a little bit, not as strong as SPY here. 156.
Dude, let's go! Dude, I don't know. You know what, bro?
This is the greatest thing.
I don't know, dude.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, bro. We're gonna hit. We're gonna hit.
Oh
yes!
Shit.
Go! Get up there! All right, dude. I can't. I'm taking this here. I gotta get the hell out of this.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
How do I? Where the? Dude. You know what I hate? All right. Problem is I can't market order this because it. All right, here we go.
Tesla's consolidating here. If the market turns, that looks ugly. Oh shit, wrong one.
Oh, I got filled.
Google's still strong.
I filled at 156.47, which is
full position.
Full position. I just got out. I had enough. I had enough. I had to get out.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that, dude. I don't wait for price targets. I try and tell everybody this. Take your profits.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything if you don't take your profits.
Well, what I do is I set it as a goalpost, and I almost never, ever look at it. Look at that rejection, bro. Look at that. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my God. It's rejecting. Oh my God.
Man, some whale must have just sold their position.
Yeah, that dropped 0.6%. I'm shaking, bro. I'm nervous. That was great. I love it.
That was awesome. That was very well.
All right, dude. Oh yeah. We are up I think we did. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. Fidelity has been great for managing. It's not an active trader app, but navigating this thing, I feel like I'm solving a fucking Rubik's cube. I can't figure it out, dude. And I've been using it for 8 months. Oh my god, I am so happy to be out of that trade. Oh yeah, we made a G on that, baby.
Nice. Nicely done.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. I'm trying to find where it tells me my uh where it tells me the damn percent of port. See that I miss Webull, man. I loved Webull. Webull had the best sleek design. Kind of like how you feel about Robin. Robinhood is the simplest.
Yeah.
But I love the way Webull. I just don't trust it, bro, because it's a Chinese company. Like it's literally owned by Chinese Chinese investors, man. Yeah, I can't even figure this thing out, bro. I would say we're up. I think we did like 3 or 4% port, and that's like big port. So I think
That's solid.
yes, dude. Yeah, that's half a year of a hedge fund. I'm good with it. And then I think we're up like 15% now for the last 45 days or something, bro. Hey, listen, guys, I am starting a new hedge fund. This is called Crackhead Trading. All right, you're welcome to invest. Well, I will scream in your favor, and you saw it today. When I scream, shit gets done. Dude, I would not be surprised this thing hits 160 today. I mean, it's just out the gate running.
Yeah.
I just didn't have, man. I drank so much coffee, dude. When you said you were putting coffee on, I made the biggest cup. You can't see it, and I'm trying to show in the video, but look at the size of this thing. You see that? It's like it's a massive tumbler that you use for like milkshakes, and I filled the whole thing up, so I am ready to go. All right, I'm done. Let me calm it down. Let me go take a leak. I'll be right back.
Quick update on the market. SPY sold off the daily pivot, which then we talked about Tesla looking weak, and that knifed as well off a double inside candle. See if we get 748.22 on SPY, see what happens there. Tesla's trying to hold the weak. Let me look. Yeah, Tesla's trying to hold the week up. That is below our upper trend line there too, so they really need someone to step in here. So now we're finally getting some structure put in, right? We had this monster move up. We're pulling back. Let's see if they put in a low here and push this higher, or if we fail and then come back down.
Okay.
Tesla's struggling. Watching
Oh,
377.22.
dude, I just noticed this. My any updates actually before I get into that? Anything changed?
No.
Okay. AV's back to my exit, dude. Oh my gosh, bro, that is so beautiful. But here's another thing. I don't know if you just mentioned this, but selling into strength is the thing. You want to unwind as it goes up. You don't want to catch it on its way down. Maybe on a big rejection, but I like selling into strength. Should I have sold like half? Maybe. But I'm happy. I'm not. This is part of the mental gymnastics that I go through every time. Should I have held longer? How do I refine this? But this is good. I mean, this was a great run. We ran from my average was just around 145 or lower. And so that is a 8%, 9% with with a 1/3 or 3.5 quarter of a port. It's way over leveraged in that thing, but it's good to go.
I Yeah, that is a big thing. Once you sell your position, you can't let whatever happens after that affect you.
Yes.
You made money, you got in, or you made your stop loss, you cut when you were supposed to cut. That's what's most important, not what happens after.
I agree. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why having a trading mentor is important. Uncle Toro has been very patient with me over the years and has repeated the same, even though he says he doesn't care and he's not going to say it anymore. He says it every time. Okay. He will continue to tell me the same things over and over. And you know what? He doesn't see the fruits of it, but I do. All right. I see. I notice a lot of things. So get yourself, if you can, find a mentor, find someone that's willing to show you a couple things. Make sure you can verify that they are the kind of trader they claim to be. Because a guy that can make $1 million in paper trading probably can't make $1 in real trading. It just is what it is.
Or a guy can just post fake trades.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we could do that, bro. Maybe we should, but we don't need to, bro. We don't have to. You know what I'm saying? We don't even need to be fake, bro, because we got it. We got that album
The
locked.
number one thing to a successful trader is monitoring your losses. It's not your wins. You're going to hit big wins. That's not it. It's how you handle your losing. If you cut when you're supposed to cut, there's no hoping. You can't hope. You got to play how you play per your rules, per your setup. And that's what will make you either successful or not. That's it. You're
Yeah.
losers, not your winners.
And it is a lot harder than it sounds.
Yeah.
Admitting you were wrong and letting go is, God bless. For me, that's my biggest obstacle. I mean, that's my hardest. Dude, look at that. We just massive wick. Matter of fact, speaking of wicks, this might be a good time to
Bring in our sponsor.
yeah, John Wick, Ballerina version 2 in theaters July 5th. No, dude, AV, look at that. Look here, let me bring this up real quick. I got to get better at using this thing. Look at that. That looks nasty.
That is nice.
Yeah. I mean, we got out 20 cents from the top, and look at it. I mean, we might be. And this is the thing, guys. So I talked about holding 160. I talked about all this other crap. Dude, this could very easily go boo, and just, it could easily do that. Yeah, it would. I mean, it would not be. I wouldn't even be surprised. I mean, on this one I would, but so taking your profits is always good. So, Toro, do you want to explain how wicks work? Maybe how a candle, how to read a candle in basics.
I just hit 30% off puts.
I can't wait. Hold on a minute. This is why I hate hanging out with this guy, bro. Because he's over here making thousands of dollars, having a conversation with you, and just like, oh yeah, sure, we can do that. By the way, I made your monthly income in just 5 seconds there. So, all right.
Well, we reset the account. We went back to 2K. This is the last time I'm taking money out of this account. We're going to see where this can go.
Why don't you tell him why you were doing that, though?
Why I was doing what?
Reducing your account size.
So to me, I trade smaller accounts much better. It's much easier. So I was keeping it because I can turn $2,000 into $4,000, $6,000. I'm not going to say it's easy, but I'm able to do that. When I get to 10,000, it's a lot harder for me. The emotions start kicking in more with the larger account size. And so I've been making money, took the family to Disneyland, completely paid for by SPY. And now I'm going to the beach again, paid for by SPY.
Beautiful.
Take your money, take your profits. That the most important thing is, I think, well, there's a lot of important things, but taking money out, seeing it being real and understanding that it's real money. Because when we were in the Discord back in the day, these people don't even think it's real money. They think it's a video game. And, this is real life. This is important stuff. I hate losing money. I work way too hard to lose money. And that's what sets me apart. I take my profits. I don't care. Like, this thing could knife more. It's fine. I made my money, right? We live with that. So now, though, we're trying to grow this bitch. We want to go
you can do
big
it.
time.
You can do it.
Yep.
You can do it.
We're gonna
I
be all
got
right.
faith. I'm your biggest fan, bro. All right, I'm your biggest fan. So look, on your SPY trade, I know the answer to this. Why don't you explain to them why that first red candle was so significant? That's where your entry was, right?
I'll tell you exactly, yeah, what happened. Had this run up, let it run. Okay. At some point, people are going to take profits. You have to believe that. So when this candle opened and started running, the best thing about it was that it did run so much. If this just kind of peaked up and came down, it wouldn't have been as good to me. But we got that big push above yesterday's high. And then so to hold that, you really needed the volume to keep coming. And so as it sold back down, I took a chance on that daily pivot. When it came back through, bought puts. Now, as my stop, because that's the most important, any close over that level, I would have been out. So we did, but we just got the move. And then I was holding here. I should have sold the first time we touched 748.22, but I didn't. I felt, there was a little bit more. So even when it closed above, I was kind of regretting should have sold it. But we came over, quickly came down. As soon as we came back through, I sold.
Selling into
And that's
strength or selling, yeah, selling
yeah,
into weakness.
it's
Sorry,
nice.
yeah,
Nice and easy,
yeah. And
Get in,
mental
get
health is
out.
huge, man. You gotta, because holding on to something, especially, I mean, like, if the longer you hold on to something, I mean, you might have heard it in my voice earlier. I was getting fatigued from the trade, bro, and that opens me up to making stupid decisions. Like if we did have a pullback, would I have been sick of it enough to just be like, I'm not even gonna hold through this, even though I thought it might go up. I might have just hopped out. So you gotta know yourself and be real with yourself. You're not John Wick on the charts. Most people, and I'm not. I'm definitely not. So you just gotta be real. So on this level, what would you want to explain to them what this how the candle itself works? Do you want to get into that here? Or you wanted to make a separate thing for that?
I could do it, but I would like for us to do something in depth,
A little more
planned out. I
organized.
want to do it right.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. We can wait. I
Yeah,
no big
because
deal.
that's important stuff.
I agree. It's the most important.
But here, I'll break down this candle right here. I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Yep.
Okay, so we opened right here. Well, I can get you level. So 748.97 opened, immediately started pushing up. So what that means is that's where the open was. Buyers came in, they're now pushing the price up. And that's what I do a lot different than a lot of people is I watch every candle. I watch how it develops. I watch because it's a 5-minute candle. That's a lot of time. What happened in that 5 minutes. So I tell people not to look at 1-minute candles, but technically I'm looking at it on a 5-minute chart. So price comes up here, tops out. Sellers now step in heavily. You can see the volume come up. So they're selling this off, taking profits. It's had a good run. And I think yesterday we had a really hard time around these levels.
Yep.
So, guess makes people a little antsy, especially if they bought the dip. These buyers, they're very happy taking profits way up here. So sellers come in, push the candle back down. So it starts once that candle's above the open, it's going to be a green candle. Buyers are in control. Once the price comes back below the opening mount, now it turns red. Now sellers are in control. And then the only thing I had to worry about there is if they're going to stay in control. Is it just profit taking? Is a little bit more than that? And it was. So that's the idea behind the trade. And then your candle comes down here, closes here. So the wick forming is from open to the buyers. And then when it comes back through the opening price, you're going to get the body of the candle. So these people all got screwed. All these buyers are a bunch of idiots.
And the closing of that first red candle, I mean, there's no bottom wick there, so it had very little
It was
resistance.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's another indicator when you're seeing that this thing has momentum. The likelihood of this continuing to sell off is going to be much higher than not. So this would be why it's a good reason to push forward past that, which is what he did. So,
And we
and
talked earlier about structure. So now we have it. We had our open. We pushed up. This is our high. We came back down. We put in this bottom, and now it came back up. We'll see what happens, but that's kind of what you're looking for. You want to see directions. That gives us more information to make a better decision.
Yeah, I mean that push up wick. I was about to ask you if you want to scoot that more in the middle there, because my head, I'm like trying to look up at it, making me have a. All right, that wick right there, that could have very easily signaled a continuation to the upside. That pressure could have came back in. It didn't reverse on that level, so maybe it wasn't as good of a chance. But you get
To me, I'm a little weird. I like a wick in the opposite direction. So if I'm short here and this opens and wicks up, I like that because it shows that there's actually strength in the selling because buyers
ah,
are coming in trying to
I
push
like
it
that.
up and they come push that back down. It's confirmation for my trade.
I like that. No, that's good. That's actually a good point. I had I mean, I like okay, I'm not gonna say I never looked at that. I do look at massive push downs when it goes up. That will tell me, hey, I do agree with that, but I would not have thought to do that on such a small time scale like that. Um, yeah,
Well,
AV,
for
all
me,
right,
it's all about candle closes too.
yep,
So if this would have closed up here, it would have been a much different situation. But you got it because they want to fake you out. They want you to get nervous. They want to steal your shares. So you're going to get wicks. You can't let it affect you. It's all about where it closes for me. That's how I trade.
I mean, yeah, I think, and that's what I like to pay attention to as well. You're really good at that. You're so precise with your numbers that I think it would be stupid for anyone not to pay attention to that. But the big thing that he's illustrating here are these wicks. The wicks I mean, the whole candle tells the story. But if you can watch a candle and you can see the way it's moving up and down, you can tell like, hey, they're trying to push it up, but every time it gets to a certain level, it massively pushes it down all at once. That tells you there's big block orders there that are unloading at that level instead of it being like a gradual decline. So you start seeing that, you say, hey, there's a lot of selling pressure that's coming in here, and then it's a battle of who's gonna win. And obviously, the Bears did in this case. Let me switch over to. I have got to get better at using this thing here. So this right here, if I was still in this trade, I would not
Shit
like
in your pants.
I would not like this. Yeah, this would make me. I would have regrets. Okay, we would be we'd be scheduling a therapy session. Not okay. It's a little
Can
dry.
I make the counter argument?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's hear it.
Y- Typically, from what I've seen with this stock, when it starts selling, it sells hard.
Yeah,
So the fact that we're still kind of holding here could be a positive.
true. But you can't even see the what the hell? It's not showing on the screen. Okay. I'm trying to bring the volume up, but in trading view, it's attached to the bottom of the screen. The the buying volume has been it kind of died off
Yeah.
on this candle here, and then there was still some here, but we're starting to wick up at the top. It doesn't mean we're going to come all the way back down to the bottom, but being that I was already considering exiting the trade, I would like, man, if this comes back, like I said earlier, I don't know if I can want to hold this for 2 more days, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to find something else. I got this MP materials trade that I'm up 4% on. I need to start scaling bigger into that. And I can't when I have such a large amount of capital that's so tied up in AVAV, which I still got faith in this, but it's time to let go, time to move on.
And it was interesting. It did kind of sync with the market, which almost makes me feel like this is a bigger sell off.
You talking about
When it
the
starts
the S and P?
pulling in, yeah, when it starts pulling in trades that don't always go with the market, that can
Yeah,
indicate something too.
a larger liquidation, broad market, very scary stuff. Let's actually check out. Let's see what Raytheon, because oh, God bless that. Ew, yeah, that's
What's that?
that's Raytheon. Ew, it's a nasty one. God, look at this chart, bro. Dude, this kind of stuff is, I don't know, dude. You know,
Someone's selling off. That's what it looks like to
God,
me.
man, some of this unloading, dude. I mean,
Little distribution.
I made some money. I bought in Raytheon down here. All right, I'm just gonna say, I bought in. Yeah, I did that. I took it up to what was it up here? It was like somewhere in here. But I mean, it was good. It was like a 8-10%. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it was good for me. You know what I'm saying? It was nice. But I was loaded up, bro. I had like $25,000 tied up between Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, and AeroVironment, and I was when that thing rose up. I remember you telling me, you're like, bro, if I had that, I would sell that now. I'm like, I want more. And the next day it gapped up again. And I was like, okay, I'm out. But in like these were fine. But if I hadn't have got out of AV, like this would have dragged my whole 30%. I mean, that'd have been, I think I had 5,000, 4,000 AV. So that would have been $1,000. That'd have been half
Nice
my
chunk,
profits.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you got these stocks, man, these mid caps, I am growing fondly of them, but because there's angles you can play on them that the larger stocks, the larger ETFs are not going to have the same opportunities in. But man, when they move, I mean, this thing swings 5% every day, bro. You know what I mean? It can be a little nervous. And then let's check out Lockheed real quick. See what this thing did. Oh yeah, look at that.
Ooh,
Right on the level, bro. I don't even know.
are
What
you
that,
in that?
No. I
That's a breakout. That's looking strong. Didn't you send me this and it looked good? I don't remember.
was that you I sent that to? Yeah. That was last night, wasn't it? Was that last
Yeah,
night? I can't
I
remember.
think so.
I was not in a good place. I'm gonna tell you. I was not doing okay. Okay. Wellness check. Yeah. I mean, man,
Were you looking at taking it or you just saw it?
no. I'm just browsing defense. This one is well, I do look. Let's get rid of this crap. I do want to see. This is MP. It's the one I did that little bit of deep dive on. I do like the level. I like the most volume in its history. Gap up. Strong support there, right? I bet you the volume profile, if I isolate to this, will probably show, an upper level here, which is good. You want the most amount of trades going on above it instead of below it when you're going for long. You have the overall, trend going up. If I can get some nice consolidation right here, maybe a small curve or maybe even like a pattern of some sort. If we can pull a cup and handle or some kind of this ascending triangle. I don't play a lot of patterns, but they help. They're like they're like sprinkles on the pie. So if I can get some consolidation here, and we can be moving back up. We will see, though. I'm taking it small. I got a really small position in this. It's up 3.64% currently, so we're just chilling. We'll see what happens. And this is its sister company, another rare earth. But this one's not looking. This one's just like all over the place. I couldn't really catch the structure on this as well. I guess it does a line here. Anyway, dude, what if? Oh, this is TSM. We might get that. This kind of looks like it wants to. I don't know. What do you make of TSM?
Let's see. Yeah, the Qs are definitely much stronger today.
Oh, dude, I really hope tech is not just gonna get another boom, dude. I need tech to die so I can full port into it at the bottom. You know what I mean? I need this thing to crash, man. It looks like a bull flag on. That doesn't look good, dude. Here, let's switch over to yours.
Yeah, TSM's looking to hold that forward 1970. Was able to break through, hold it yesterday. That'll definitely need to hold for more upside. But it's Nvidia's red,
Nvidia's
AMD's
red.
green.
Oh.
What? And
how's
I don't know.
AMD doing?
We'll see.
AMD's up 1.2%. What in the heck is going on? What about SK Hynix? You heard about that new stock that launched?
No.
Yeah, man. All right, so the day you made the 3% gap down in not North Korea, in South Korea, where they actually have electricity. There was Samsung, SK Hynix. They had made, I can't remember the full details, but it was something along the lines of, we are bottlenecked on our supply. We cannot provide any more stuff. AI is a lie. It's over dramatic. It's way over the top dramatic. But and dude, that's what tanked the market. So the markets in South Korea that had to do with memory and chip makers, that drove the whole market down because the whole market is bubbled up on hardware and AI. I mean, that's what everything is right now. So but now they went public here in the US as well. They have their own SKHY is the ticker.
And I had no knowledge of that. I
No.
didn't, the chart just looked good for a gap down. I firmly believe the chart predicts the news in a way.
Dude,
If the chart looks like it wants to sell off, all of a sudden you'll see these headlines, negative headlines that push it down. That's why I'm so into price action. I think it tells you what's happening. I think it gives you a better idea of what is going to happen. And everything else is just noise. Everything else is manipulation.
he whose name shall not be mentioned used to tell me that. He said something along the lines of, this is years ago, but have you ever noticed that they always align the charts with the news? And he gave out some examples, and I pay attention to that. And I think you're right in a way. Also, the same thing when something's bottoming out. I mean, it seems to be, there might be something there. I mean, look, I firmly believe the entire market is
Corrupt.
yes, the whole thing. We're trying to find out who's corrupted who, right? It's who done it. That's the whole. We're playing Clue for the market right now, and if you can tune into that frequency, on who's the who's screwing who, and then you can make some money. But yeah,
Well, the whole identity I have of the market, and clip this, because people need to hear this.
got it.
The market is dictated by algos, by computers, not people. People are small percent of the volume that's trading. It's all done by computers. And those computers know exactly how to screw people. They
Yep.
know how to steal your money. That's the whole purpose of the stock market, is to take money from the normal person and give it to the hedge fund. So when you're trading, you need to trade with the algos. Like the trade I had earlier, could I have held it? Sure. But you don't know what's going to happen. They do. In a way, the chart is already happened. We're just living through it. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So when you are trading with the algos, that's the only way to make money. And then if you're holding too long, which a lot of people do, they know that they want you to, and they're going to screw you.
Yep.
You hear about traps all the time. You get wicked up, you get trapped in the wick, and then price never touches. They're feeding off your FOMO. So you need to think like a computer. You need to be very concise and clear on what you're doing, and get in and get out. And if you survive the trade another day and you didn't have to reload your port, you're doing something right.
Agreed, man. Agreed. I don't have anything to add to that. I think you're 100% right, man. They're coming for you and me. So just gotta kind of, and you say this sometimes, man. You'll be like, you'll base a whole bias based upon what the opposite of the whole market is doing. If something is way too bearish, I hear you say, you're like, man, it's everyone's bearish. They're probably gonna gap this thing up, and it happens all the time.
Yeah, I was saying that over the weekend, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what I'm talking
Monday
about.
we
Yeah.
had that big day.
The longer that you're in the market too, the longer you have to sit and stare at the damn screens. There's no other way around it. The longer your brain will subconsciously pick these things up over time, and you'll be able to. Me and him, we call it like a gut feeling, intuition, and it's true. The chart might be saying one thing in a perfect setup, but you look at the bigger picture and how that developed and what the buzz going on, and you're like, something's not right here. Something is afoot, right? And that comes with time, but it's not a superpower. You just got to stare at these screens, man. Make your eyeballs go bloodshot. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Have you seen like the talk about them making that R-rated Ninja Turtles movie?
No,
No?
no.
Alright. You said Foot, so immediately I thought Foot Clan.
Okay, no.
It looked like they were gonna make this badass Ninja Turtles movie, and I
That
guess
would
they're
be
not
cool.
doing it. I was
That would be
hyped,
super
yeah.
cool. Yeah, that'd be super cool. Dude, I was looking at some Avengers. Some people, like, there's some guys out there like movie critics. I watch a couple of these guys, and I like them. I think they're pretty accurate. Some of them were dogging on it, bro. I don't know if it's because they had Pedro Pascal in it or what, which, no one likes him anymore, but I agree with that. But just because Pedro's in it doesn't mean the whole thing's going to be bad. I'm excited for it. I feel like it might be, Marvel or Disney or whoever's on that to try to bring things back to what people actually want, and that's just like testosterone, butt kicking superheroes, man. That's what we want.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Hopefully it'll be good. If they blow this one up, bro, I will never ever see another Disney movie again. Marvel.
To me, it's all about X-Men. I've been waiting for them to start the X-Men up,
Yeah.
and if they just have to nail that. I don't even care about the movie. It's another Thanos. Who gives a shit? Give me X-Men. I'm hype. Don't screw it up. I will short the shit out of your stock, I swear.
Dude, I don't touch Disney, bro.
I'm a-
I don't know if I've ever made money on Disney, dude. I'm playing long or short. I don't think I've ever made money on that stock. It is blacklisted for me, man. I can't mess with it. Hey, well, you said something about Thanos. Josh Brolin's not playing Thanos? Is that what you said?
He's dead, isn't he?
Josh Brolin? No, hang on.
Thanos, bro, come on.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, yeah. So it was like, they're gonna. So, the bald guy, Professor X, has died like 10 times, bro. And he's back.
Captain America's back.
Yeah, everybody's back.
Tony
man.
Stark is back.
Yeah, we're not following physics here. There's no laws. Okay, there's nothing makes any sense. We don't care.
Well, no, the earnings are all that makes sense. The earnings go down. They got to bring people back from the dead.
There's no saving Disney, bro. That company has. I don't want to make this political, but that company has just committed career suicide. I mean, I don't know if I can say that word. Crap. Well, whatever. We'll edit it out. But
well, it doesn't even matter what side you're on. You're giving people stuff they don't want.
Like
you're a company, and you want to make money. If you want to put out stuff that nobody wants, and it doesn't even matter if it's good. Like some of the stuff is good, but they don't want it.
It's ridiculous.
It's so frustrating.
It all died with Endgame, bro. I mean, Endgame was a masterpiece. It was great. And I'm not even I'm really not even a big cartoon superhero fan. I'm not, but I love the Avengers movies. I don't even know who any of those people were when I started watching it. I love Iron Man, but that brought me into it because they did it so good. And they've destroyed it. And now every movie that comes out, look at the Odyssey, man. What are you doing, Nolan? What is he?
He's making millions and millions of dollars. What are you talking about?
Dude, I know. I still am going to watch the Odyssey. I have not seen it yet. I want to see it because I'm a big Nolan fan, bro. Christopher Nolan might have made the best movies that have ever existed, like consistently back to back to back. But when he did this one, just a lot of the reviews and stuff I've been seeing now, maybe I shouldn't be looking into that, but I see a lot of people, man. They're just talking.
Are they bad?
Dude, have you not looked into it?
No.
Bro, they got Elliot Page. Elliot Page is playing a warrior. Like, she weighs 100. It weighs 100 pounds.
I saw something where dude's ripped.
No, that was AI. You talking about the men's magazine thing? No, that was AI.
I don't know. Was it?
It was AI. I mean, I'm not saying that there's not some muscle testosterone, but they're going on like podcasts, bro. I can't. I just, you know what?
Just got canceled.
Yeah, dude. It was
It was a good run, boys. There we go.
All right, man. Are we gonna wrap up here for the day?
Sure.
You want to wrap it up? I'm gonna.
That's our first and our last.
Yeah. Man.
Go see the Odyssey.
Go see the Odyssey. We love it. We love it. Vote blue, no matter. I should not say that. Okay. All right, man. Yeah, I gotta go run these estimates, man. I'll talk to you
Cool,
later.
man.